10 seconds. That's how long it takes to smelt one item in a furnace. Pretty slow. So, in today's episode, we're going to be spending some time to save some time by building a automatic rail-powered super smelter. And before we get started, there's a very important matter that we attend to. 1.20. We're only about 5 months late. Honestly, never thought I would see the day. This is actually beautiful. I know I'm extraordinarily late, but better late than never, some will say. My goodness, I should have did this a long time ago. Anyways, look at this valley right here next to this nice snowy peak biome and this cherry grove biome. We have to come back to these coordinates and put a nice couple builds in here, but this is beautiful. One beautiful distraction later, and we are presented with this episode's main adversity, and that is this. Yeah, it's pretty pitiful, kind of measly, honestly. But it's a mystery how we survived this long, and this is our smelting setup. So yeah, we're gonna take care of that today. And first things first, we need to gather some materials to get that taken care of, because we're gonna be building a super smelter, and we're gonna put a nice build around it as usual. So as far as functionality goes, we're gonna need a good list of things that go into this build. We're gonna need powered rails, mine carts with chests, and a bunch of hoppers, and furnaces and blast furnaces and things of that nature. So let's get started in collecting the materials that we're gonna need. Little bit of a crafting montage. Haven't done that yet. Now we can start gathering the blocks that we're going to be using for the actual build. All right, so down in the mines here, we brought our fortune pickaxe and our silk touch pickaxe, because I do want to gather some deep slate for this build, and we brought our silk touch pickaxe so we can gather some ore, like this redstone ore you see around us. We're going to put that all around the build for decoration blocks. Yeah, so we're just going to strip mine for a little bit, get a whole bunch of materials, and then head back to the surface to begin the build. Quick little game we can play as well. How much diamond ore do you think we're going to run across in our mining session? Leave your guesses in the comments and go! Alright, so that about wraps up the mining session. So how many deep slate diamond ore did we get? It is in this box. So let's check it out. If you guessed 34, then you are correct. But a full shulker box and a fairly used fortune pickaxe later, we are ready to continue with the building process. So before I got started constructing anything, I went to the nether to gather some basalt, because I have some ideas for this build with basalt. And while we were in the nether, we stumbled across a new nether fortress, and in the nether fortress we found the ribbed armor trim. Honestly, I really like how it looks, and I thought, why not slap it on our gear? But we can resume with the next step of the building process, and the thing that I struggle with the most is finding a location. So that'll be the next step. I think over here would probably be the best spot for the super smelter. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So a little bit of terraforming is in our way, so let's get it out of the way on a time lapse. I completely just underestimated how much grass blocks I had to place. That was crazy. But we can move on to actually figuring out which way we want the structure to be facing. So with that in mind, I ended up placing down 2 arrays of the super smelter in different locations, just so I can get a visual idea of where I can see the build in the village. And I will leave a link in the description if you want to build this yourself. All right, so with both of them placed down, I think that we're gonna go with this one over here, just because it makes a little bit more sense. I feel like this is just gonna be too in the way. So I want to do something like the starter build, where we set up the stone foundation on the bottom, and then on the top have the building. So I think we're gonna do something like that. So let's get cracking. So the reason we placed a stone foundation is because I want the main build to be pretty dark. We're going to use deep slate tiles, I think regular deep slate cobble, some basalt, and some nether brick, because I do like how that palette works together. I want to try it out on this build. We have a big, nice rectangle to work with here, so let's start placing some blocks. So we pretty pretty much have the shell of the build built out, but as usual, we ran out of materials in the middle of building. So down to the nether we go to get some more blackstone because we're gonna stretch this out this way and that way. So I will see you in the nether. All right, so we're down in the nether again, flying over our nether fortress. We are gonna look for a basalt delta to get some blackstone this time, and we did not bring any gold. Oh my god, look at him. This is not safe whatsoever. We forgot to bring some gold, so we have to watch out for our piglin friends, and we gotta worry about our friends here. Got him. Oh my gosh. Wow. That could have went so wrong. All right, need to be a little more careful than that. Why do all of these piglins have enchanted swords? These zombie piglin and... Okay. I'm actually kind of nervous now that that just happened. That just, I think we might have to get the blackstone in mines. Yeah, this is much safer. There was no way I was doing that. And without a totem? Yeah, no. Alright, hopefully this will hold us over for the rest of the build. We are back in the overworld, and the reason I wanted more blackstone is because I wanted to bring out 2 more sides to the build. It doesn't look bad, but I want to at least try to make it look a little more interesting by extending out the sides. So after adding the side walls, this is the shape that we're working with now, and it's a lot wider, but I think it's going to bring in a lot more depth, and it's just going to make the build look a lot more interesting. I know I wanted to keep the build darker, but I think for the roof, I think I might try to use stone and cobblestone to fill in the roof here. This side I might keep deep slate or a darker block. I'm not sure, but let's crack on with it and see where it goes. Yeah, I actually like that a lot more than I thought I was gonna like it. So yeah, we're gonna do that to the whole center portion of the roof, and then for these I think I'm gonna switch up the block palette just so that way it's not all the same block and it has a little bit of variation. So trying out the light roof and the dark roof, I don't think that I like the dark roof. It just seems a little bit too dark. I like how the stone kind of brightens up the build itself, like it makes it stand out a little bit more. This might be a little bit too dark, so we're gonna replace this all with stone. So we sorted out the blocks for the roof. Now we can do the exterior decoration, and I have a couple ideas, and this is why we gathered the basalt, so we can take the basalt and run the pillars all across the build. Yeah, something like this. That looks pretty nice. I do like it. It does need a lot of extra little details on the outside, and we do have a nice little decoration that we're going to put right here, and I think we can work on that right now actually. So for the decoration that I have in mind that we're going to put on the middle of the build, we're going to need some chains, we're going to need some quartz, we're going to need some end rods, and the last block that we're going to need for the decoration is a block that we actually haven't used in this world yet, and that is crying obsidian. So we're gonna have to find a ruined nether portal to acquire 3 crying obsidian. We could use this one, but this one is really close to what we have here, so I kind of want to leave it natural. And would you look at that, we found a ruined nether portal not too far from where the village is at. I don't see any crying obsidian. There's no crying obsidian. That's unfortunate. I don't think it can be that hard to find a ruined nether portal with crying obsidian. I stand very corrected. This was took a little while to find. As you can see, it's nighttime, so it looks like we have the perfect amount of crying obsidian, thank god. Look at that. All right, so now that we're back home and after a quick nap, we can start decorating this centerpiece of the super smelter build. We're gonna make a little diamond shape and then put some stuff on the inside of the diamond, and I'm actually really excited to see how this turns out. So after we have all the blocks placed in, we're working with something that looks kind of like this, and I know it's kind of hard to see with the scaffolding in the way, but I think it's looking pretty good. It looks like it's in the right spot. So now we can do the details on the inside. So the design that I have for the inside of this, we're gonna line end rods up all across the bottoms and all across the top, and we're gonna end up having something that looks like this. All right, so now that we have that, we can bust out our chains. Actually, before we bust out the chains, this is what we wanted to use the crying obsidian for, so I wanted to put it in the middle just like this. Then we're gonna take the chains and we're gonna line up the chains all through here, and we come out with this pretty nice effect. It looks kind of like an eye, pretty on theme considering that this channel's name is Easy Optics. So let's see how it looks. So now that all the blocks are placed in, this is what it's looking like, and I'm actually very happy with this. And I kind of like how it's crying obsidian and it's supposed to be an eye. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, all right, that definitely completes the middle look here. I'm not sure if I want to add a little extension to this roof right here. Maybe, I'm not sure, but we're gonna do some more decoration on the exterior and then we can get started on the interior. The foundation definitely needs some love, so we can get to work on decorating the foundation right now. So I want to do pretty much the same thing that I did with the starter build and line up the sides with the soul lanterns. So yeah, as you can see, this does not add a lot of light, but it adds a lot of color and I like that. I ended up crafting some hanging signs so we can put it in between all the pillars on the foundation at the top just to kind of fill this out a little bit. And since we're using dark oak, I think we're gonna place some dark oak trap doors in here. For the most part, I am enjoying how this is coming out. We threw some buttons, some stone buttons across the top just to add a little bit more detail. I like how this is coming along. I think for now we can actually start making the super smelter itself. So I think for this level here, we're gonna put the regular furnaces instead of the blast furnaces. Since we're doing 15 furnaces in total, we needed 45 hoppers for one super smelter array. If you're gonna build this, you should definitely probably have a decent source of iron. So now is about figuring out how we're gonna make the redstone work here. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what we want, and now it should come back and beautiful. And I can turn this off and then they will stop right here. So the way that this works is you put the resources that you want to smelt down in the top, and then the coal or the fuel source will be in the back. So that's what we set up the back hoppers for. And then once this all gets smelted down, it's going to come through these hoppers and end up in this chest. So now we have this all built up. Now we can start decorating what it's going to look like. So for the design in here, I think I'm going to use quartz stairs. That way everything is not so dark, because the walls are very dark and the floor is already stone, so we can't really use stone like that. So we're going to place upside down stairs all along the top row of hoppers, and then on top of this we're going to line up some type of railing just so that way we can see the minecart go back and forth.
2 hours later.
So after a painful amount of time of trying to get this to look at least a little bit decent, I think I finally might have figured it out. Okay, so that works for that. Does this work for this? No. So far this is the best that I can come up with. That way we can get to the fuel chest and the items that you want to smelt. So I think this is just gonna have to do for now. Now we can focus on doing something else. And I think what I want to do is probably just take these iron trapdoors and run them all along the top of the rail. I think that looks all right. And then so when we start this, we're gonna see, okay, have a little bit of a view. Was all that struggling worth it for the rail? Maybe not, but we won't talk about it now. We're probably gonna put the staircase on this side. So I think something like this should work out. We can add some more storage in here. Now that we have upstairs figured out, the main idea up here is definitely gonna be the lava farms. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put them yet, but I want there to be a chest right here with a hopper line going all the way down to the bottom floor, the basement, where we're gonna put the blast furnace array. With the lava farm on our agenda, we actually don't have the materials that we need to make the lava farm, because we need dripstone, and I think we have 2 in our chest if I remember correctly. Yes. We're gonna need a lot more than that. So yeah, let's go mine some dripstone in our first cave. So far we have had no luck. This is a pretty big cave, but no dripstone. So oh my gosh, gotta be careful, buddy. Is this it's a regular diamond. Nice. Love stone diamonds. So no luck on the first cave. A little bit of a ravine here. And let's see where this goes. Yeah, it doesn't look like it leads anywhere. Let's see. I see creepers. I see 3 creepers. That's a lot of creepers. I think we're gonna go this way then. Yeah, it is dark in here. Oh my god, I see more creepers. This is a creeper cave. Doesn't look like this is a dripstone cave either. Alright, cave number 3. Let's see what we're looking at. We're looking at more creepers. Alright. And yeah, this definitely did not just pay off. Came down here for no reason. Be gone. Okay, that was pretty stupid. No luck in cave 3. Let's try another one. All right, this looks like this is where dripstone would be, and I don't think it is where dripstone would be. It's not looking like it. Nope. All right, what about in here? I did see a little opening in this little cave here, and usually dripstone generates kind of in stuff like this. That way we can be done with looking for dripstone. Let's see. In the water. No, this is a nice cave, but no dripstone. Incredible. Yeah, no. Wow. There's a village in here. What the heck? But no dripstone. Yes. All right, we found some dripstone, and we also found a good amount of threats. So let's take them out real quick. Fighting a creeper and a skeleton at the same time always spells disaster. If you mine the bottom, does it give you all of it? Yes, it does. Nice. All right, so when making a lava farm, it actually doesn't require too many things. Pretty simple farm to make. So I think we'll start it, I'll say about right here, and we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the middle. So then you're gonna take your cauldrons, line up your cauldrons. From here, we can line up some more blocks, and then under the blocks that you put above the cauldrons, you can place in the dripstone, and then you can come out and bring blocks all the way around just like this. And you can make this look however you want, but these are the mechanics just so you can see how the farm works. Then you put lava buckets in the top, that way the lava could fill up the cauldrons. It takes a little while for the cauldrons to fill up with lava, but that is definitely one of the simpler farms that you can make. So I think we're gonna do another one on this side and probably one right here. And just like that, the lava farm is fully set up. For functionality, we set it up pretty quick. So I want one to go here. Then we're gonna put the buckets in here, and we're gonna have a hopper line running all the way down to the basement where the blast furnace array is. And in a sense, that is a unlimited source of fuel because you can use lava buckets as fuel, which is pretty nice. So now we can come down to the basement. I think we got to work out a floor here. So I think we're going to be using stone for the floor. So we finished the floor and it is looking very stony, but yeah, we did a little bit of texturing to the floor. And now that we've done that, we can add the blast furnace array in here. So I will get back to you guys when this is all built up. So we set up the blast furnace array, and while we did that, we did the little hopper line system from the lava farm just to see if it works, and it does. So that is a good sign. So I will show you what that looks like. If you go all the way upstairs, so there's 3 floors, there's the basement down here, then you walk up the stairs, and this is the lava farm. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of iron in here with buckets, and once we collect this lava, we're gonna throw it in this chest, and it's gonna take it and it's gonna put it all the way downstairs. So if we come downstairs, here's the chests. So I just want to see if this works real quick. So we have some nether gold ore here, so I just want to see if we can even use the lava as fuel. Yes, we can, and I want to see how that works with the bucket. All right, I think it takes out the bucket immediately. Yes, it does. Oh my god, that's beautiful. And look at that, look at the gold coming through. All 17 ore cooked that quick. That was very satisfying. And the buckets are renewable, so for the most part, that's actually pretty nice for functionality. I do enjoy that, so not too bad. It's definitely gonna save some time, which was the purpose, so I'm happy about that. So with all the functionalities out of the way, I ended up adding a couple more decorations around the build, and I feel like it's really bringing the build together. But if you guys are enjoying the content, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out as a growing YouTube channel, and we are on the road to 1,000, and I am loving this journey. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for all the support that you've shown, but until next time, be easy.